channel. Thank you for tuning back in. My name is Lisa. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. And as you guys can tell from the title of the video, it's gonna be a deep one. But yeah, before I get into the video, I just want to say, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I mean, it will only be fair to me if you subscribed now, because I'm about to tell you guys something that's very personal, something that's very important to me, or I don't know, something. Oh, my voice is already gone. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, it's only fair if you just join the family, and you can continue getting to know me and getting to watch my videos freely, I guess. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let me take you back to the beginning. So it all started when it was this day that my dad called me over to town. He was in town with my mom, and I think during that time my phone was giving me problems or something. So he called me over. He wanted to buy for me a brand new phone. So then I was with a friend of mine, and he called me, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm coming over. So then I took cab, and this taxi driver that I got into took me to town, and on the way we were having a convo, talking, and at the end we exchanged numbers. So then a week or two passed by, and we were chatting, just as friends and whatever, just talking normal convos. And and then I remember, I don't know if it was, no, it was not doing exams. Okay, so then I remember once he took me home. It was after school. I was with my friend, and I called him to come take me because it was 4 o'clock, so there was no cab at all. So I just texted him come pick me up, I'm here. And he came, he took me home. And on the way home, he was there was a Thursday, I think. Yeah, there was a Thursday. So on the way home, taking me home, he was talking oh, we should go to Kapana tomorrow, which was the Friday. I talk so fast, goodness. So which was the Friday that we were supposed to go for Kapana. So I was okay, cool. I mean, I didn't think anything of it, because I'm generally a friendly person, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with anything. So Friday came after school. I texted him, he came. Yeah, then we went to go buy Kapana. Then after the Kapana, I in my mind I was thinking, okay, we're just gonna have Kapana in the car and then he takes me home. But no, he had other things in mind. So he was driving, and then I'm okay, where are we going? And he's oh, we're going to my room, we're just gonna eat there, and then I'll take you home. Okay, so I wasn't suspicious of anything, so I was okay, cool, whatever. And then we went, oh, sorry. And then we went to his room, and still in my mind I'm just blank. In my mind I'm just okay, cool, we're just gonna eat Kapana, maybe watch a movie, then I go home. So then we get there, we eat the Kapana, he puts a movie, we're watching, we are what. It's a small kaketo, by the way, deep in the Havana. And yeah, then after we're done eating, then I'm like, okay, it's like time, like I need to go home. It's like 5 o'clock. I need to go home. So then he started talking things like, no, why do you want to go home? I mean, it's still early, like. Okay, wait, before that, he was going through my phone. Yeah. He was going through my phone and he saw my niece's pictures. Then he was like, oh, whose kid is this? And I'm like, it's my brother's kid. And he's like, oh, okay, that's nice. I also want to have a kid like this with you. And I'm like, okay, why do you want to have a child with me? So I was like confused. I was like, what the hell? Like, what past that? So, so then, yeah, after that weird comment, he was now pressuring me into like staying, like just stay. And what went down? He started like touching me. He started kissing me by force. And obviously, I mean, I didn't want to. So obviously, I was like pushing him away. I was like telling him like, no, stop. I don't want. No, obviously he didn't listen. He obviously continued till eventually he like ripped my skirt, my school skirt. Like it had like this, if you're from Hoagland High, the grey skirts. Okay, not from Hoagland High, but the normal grey skirts, school skirts. They was having like a zip here. So like he like opened the zip, and like trying to take off my skirt, he ripped my skirt, like the zip part. And I was like, yo, is this really happening to me? So, and then he got away with it. He did his thing. It was like so terrifying, so terrifying. I didn't think that would happen to me in a billion years. I didn't think I would go through something like that. But anyways, moving on, he then, okay, I left out one detail. If you guys are thinking maybe why didn't I just run away or something, he actually stood up and he locked the room and he had the key. So when he locked the room and had the key, that's when it hit me like, bruh, this guy is going to rape me. This guy is going to take advantage of me. That's when it hit me. And then he did his thing. Obviously, I tried to scream. I tried to fight him, but I mean, it was in his room, and around there was like a knife. So I was thinking, if I do that and like try and fight him and scream, he might take that knife and actually stab me. So I decided not to, because I mean, I was afraid of my own life, So I decided not to scream and not to fight him and just let him do whatever he wanted to me. I let him do his thing. And then after it was done, he took me home. And like on the way home, he's telling me that he hopes that I enjoyed it. And I'm like, I enjoyed it? Why would I enjoy it? Like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to have that intimacy with you. That was not in my mind at all. I'm so sorry if you guys cannot hear me. So sorry, I don't know, my voice is gone, but yeah. So so then what happened? Okay, so then I went home. When I got home, my mom was there, my brother was there. I got home and I like went straight to the shower. I was feeling so dirty, like I felt so dirty, like I don't know. I just like went straight to the shower, took a shower, and I texted him, and I was like, why would you do that to me? I told you to stop and all that. And he was like, he was like, no, I want a kid with you, I like you, what. And that really creeped me out. Like, it really, really creeped me out. So after that, it was now this Saturday. It was a Saturday. That night, I actually slept like crying. Like, I was like crying. I was not like, I wasn't in a good mood. So then Saturday came, and like Saturday I was so depressed. I was thinking all these things, like I could fall pregnant, I could get an STD, I could get an infection, you know. I mean, I don't know the guy, I don't know where he's been. I only know him for like 3 weeks, and he did this to me, so like anything can happen to me. So I was like afraid of my health. And so then I was like fighting in my head, what do I do, who do I tell, who do I go to? And me and my mom, we're not really close, we're still not close, but I was now thinking and brainstorming, who do I go to, what do I say, how do I start? So then I prayed. I think, yeah, it was the Friday night that I prayed to God and asked him to give me a sign on like, who do I talk to? And I don't know, just for some reason I just had like a thought of going to my youth leader. I was just thinking like, okay, I should go to my youth leader. On Sunday I'll go to my youth leader and tell her what happened. So that's what happened. So like on Saturday night, Saturday night I remember feeling so down. I remember feeling so depressed. Like my head was like so packed full of thoughts. I had thoughts of suicide. I had thoughts of like going into the kitchen, taking a knife and like stabbing my wrist until I bleed and lose a lot of blood. Like, it was so depressing. Like, it exhausted me so much. It exhausted me. So then when I was feeling that way, I just prayed and I went to sleep. I wasn't even like conversing with my family. I was just in bed feeling all this emotions, and I just decided to sleep. So then Sunday came. I went to church, and after church I told my youth leader, I told her what happened, and she was like, okay, cool. I don't remember what she said. I don't remember. She was like, okay, we will talk another day, or we will schedule a day, or I will go to the leaders or something like that. So then I was like, okay, cool, fine. So then a week passed. A week from that whole situation, it passed. And then in that week I found out that my parents found out, you know. And like, I was at home doing dishes, my mom came, then later my dad, and I think like later that day or something, or that night, they confronted me and all that. So I explained to them that it wasn't my intention to actually be in that situation that happened to me. It was not my intention at all. I tried to explain to them when I went to my youth leader. So I went there, and they started asking me all these questions like, how did you feel? How did this come about? Or, you know, who is this person? Do you know this person? Did you use protection? And I'm like, when she asked me, did you use protection, I was like, girl, are you really asking me this question? Why would somebody that's raping somebody use protection? Like, who would think, if you're a guy, if you have that feeling in you of wanting to have sexual intercourse with somebody, would you have the time to go and take protection and put on and rape somebody? No, duh, obviously not. So I was so pissed at that question. So then that all happened, and then the pastor found out and everything. After the pastor found out, my youth leader told me that my youth leader told me that I was gonna go on discipline, because my church has this thing of, if you misbehave, if you live a bad life, a wrong life before God, you are gonna be put on discipline. You won't do anything in church. You won't participate in anything in church. So that happened, and I was so depressed. And like, I think also another week passed. I was feeling so depressed. I was feeling so sad, and I woke up one Saturday and like, with all the depression I had, with all the pain I had, I decided to cut my hair. And never in a million years did I think I would cut my hair, but I did. I cut my hair because I was so depressed. I didn't know how to deal with my depression. So the only way I knew how to take it out was through my hair. So then sorry. Okay, so then I cut my hair, and my mom was asking me, why are you cutting your hair? And I'm just like, no, because I want to, you know. And then my mom scheduled, I don't know, what do you call them? Is it a therapist, psychologist? One of the two. So my mom scheduled for me to go to those people for professional help. And I remember I was in town with my mom and my aunt. So I was having this short afro because I cut my hair. And then by that time my aunt, she also had short hair. She actually like cut her hair into a fade. I don't know if that's what you call it. She cut her hair into a fade. So my mom was like, why don't you just go to the barber and cut your hair? So I wasn't like actually planning on cutting my hair that short, because I was so sensitive. I was so vulnerable about my hair. So I was like, okay, I mean, whatever. If it helps me to release my depression, it's fine. Let me just cut my hair. So then I cut my hair into a fade. I'm just gonna insert a picture right here. It's an old picture, obviously, because this happened a while ago. It might be blurry, but I will insert a picture here how I looked like with short hair. Remember, I went to the psychologist or therapist or whatever, and then we had like 2 sessions. So when that happened, so everybody like at church saw me with short hair. So everybody, like the youth, was like asking me, why are you on discipline? Is it because you cut your hair or what? And I'm like, yes, my dear, yes, because I didn't know how to like tell them or like whatever. So the thing that hurts me the most, especially during that time, was my mom actually thought I was planning on having a family with this taxi driver, and that hurt me. Like, my mom didn't believe me. It's like she thought I did it on purpose, because during that time I was off my family planning. So I actually skipped the part. I remember I was at home and I wanted to commit suicide so badly, and I went in my mom's room and took my father's pills. I took a lot of pills that I could swallow them and like drank them, but they didn't do anything to me, obviously. What they did to me, I threw up. I just vomited. So like, through this vomiting, my mom maybe thought I was falling pregnant or something. So she made me take a test and whatever, and she slapped me because she was like asking me, is it why you went off the family planning because you want to have a family or what? And I'm like, why would I even, like, why? I'm still in school. I'm still like literally in grade, I think I was grade 10 or grade 11. Like, so I was like, in my head I was thinking, no, why would I do that? So and what I went through during that time was so difficult for me because my friends and my family, when they heard or when I told them about it, they took it lightly because I don't know, they thought maybe I was lying, or they thought maybe I was trying to cover up me dating the taxi driver or something. And it hurt me because I was expecting them to actually be supportive of me, because it was a really, really tough time in my life. Really tough. So people actually thought I was trying to get attention or something, which was not the case. I needed like a shoulder to cry on. I needed somebody to talk to me and to, you know, tell me that things were gonna be fine and all that. So the funny thing is, I started praying. Obviously, that's not the funny thing, but I started praying, and I asked God for forgiveness for I don't know, I just asked him for forgiveness, and and I asked him to give me the strength to forgive this guy that raped me. And actually I did. I forgave him. I forgave him really easily, like really fast. And I texted him and I was like, I forgive you for what you did to me, but what you did obviously is gonna hurt me for a lifetime. But I forgave him and I put that aside, and I went back into focusing on my mental health, focusing on my relationship with God, focusing, you know, just on myself, on my schoolwork and everything. And till today, I actually suffer from depression and anxiety and low self-esteem, low self-confidence, simply because the support that I was expecting during that time of my life wasn't what I expected. It was a different kind of support. It was like a two-faced kind of support, because my youth leader was kind of hoping that I was gonna fall pregnant. I could just sense that she hoped that I fell pregnant. And by God's grace, and God's love, I didn't fall pregnant. Every test that I did came out negative for STDs, HIV, everything came out negative. So yeah, but at the time, God freed me from that depression, but it comes back time and again. But I fight it. I try and fight it, even though it returns, but I try my best to fight it. So I just want to say, if you're out there, you're somebody that went through a tragic situation in your life, whether you're a guy or whether you're a girl, I just want to say that you should put your trust and hope and faith in God. Pray. First, you should forgive yourself before you forgive anybody else. Because when you're going through that time, Satan will put a lot of things in your mind and tell you that you're at fault, it's your fault, you're stupid, you're not loved, all those many things. So forgive yourself first. Do a lot of praying. And if it takes you a long time to forgive the next person that did that thing to you, it's okay. We are all different. We take situations differently. But it's best that you forgive the person that caused you to be in that state. Because being in depression is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for even for your own health, like your body, it's just not healthy. So yeah, that was my, I don't know, what should I call it, testimony? I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, I hope you learned something from it. I hope you took something from it. I don't know. And I hope that you subscribed, because this was a really personal thing to me, and it's actually the first time that I'm actually speaking about it in detail. So I hope that you subscribed, liked the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video next week. Yeah, I send you guys all peace and love and light, everything, all the fancy things that people wish each other in this extended lockdown. See you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.